Unit 1, Day 4, Angle Pairs Tutorial. I will work with you on the odd problems. For number 1, it's asking for us to provide another name for the given angle, and the given angle is angle 2. So angle 2 is this angle right here. So we talked about it in class, but the way to name angles is using 3 letters, where the vertex or the corner has to be the middle letter. So we would call this angle DBE or angle EBD. For number 3, they want you to classify as acute, right, or obtuse. So let's trace angle CBA. For number 3. CBA is here. So since CBA is a straight line, this is a straight angle. Angle 1 is next. Angle 1 will be this angle right here. So angle 1 doesn't appear to be straight up and down, so it's not 90 degrees. And it appears to be less than 90, so that means it's acute. For the next section, it wants us to classify the angle pairs as adjacent, complementary, linear pair, supplementary, vertical, or none. And some have more than one answer. So number 7, we're focusing on angles 1 and 5. So let's highlight both of those. This one is angle 1, and this is angle 5. So they share a wall. So since they share a wall, they're adjacent. Together, they form a straight line. So that means it's a linear pair. And since it's a linear pair, it's automatically supplementary. The next one I'm focusing on is number 1, angle 1 and angle 4. Again, here's angle 1. And then here's angle 4. So angle 1 and angle 4 are sharing a vertex only, and they're kissing angles, so they're a vertical pair. Not only are they touching and sharing that vertex, they're also formed by two straight lines. Here's a straight line, and there's a straight line. And number 11, we're going to focus our attention on angles 2 and 3. Here's angle 2. Here's angle 3. So angle 2 and angle 3 are next door neighbors. They share a wall, so they're adjacent. But they don't form a straight line together, so we can't call them supplementary or linear. They don't add up to 90, so it's not complementary. So the only thing I can see for this one is adjacent. So for the next section, you're going to do the same thing, classify based as adjacent, complementary, and so on and so forth. But the picture is different slightly because of you have to use three letters to name the angle. So you have to read the angle very carefully. And again, highlighter or highlighting the angles would be very helpful in this scenario. So the first problem I'm going to work is number 13. And when you trace, start with the first letter. So 13, I'm looking at X, Z, Y, this angle here. And W, Z, X. So the two angles share a wall, so they're next door neighbors or adjacent. But together they don't form a line, so it's not a linear pair. And together they don't form 90 degrees, so it's not a complement. So the only relationship they have is that they're next door, so they're adjacent. On number 15, I'm looking at W, Z, V, and Y, Z, X. Y, Z, X. So this pair of angles do share a vertex, but they're not formed by two perfectly straight lines. If I were to continue drawing this line, it should go straight down, and this one should go straight across, but it doesn't. So it's not vertical. And since it's not vertical, we don't know the measurements, so it can't be complementary or supplementary. So the only thing we can put at this point in time is none. There is no relationship that we know of at this time on number between those two variables. I mean, two angles, sorry. Number 17 says, what angle is supplementary with angle XZV? So you got to remember what supplementary means. And again, that means sum should equal 180. So let's highlight the provided angle first, which is angle XZV. So look how large that angle is. It's almost forming a complete line, but there's just a small piece that's still missing. And that small piece would be found in this angle right here, UZV. So that would be supplementary. Actually, there's several options for this one. So we could say angle V or UZV or backwards. There's also another one, XZY is also supplementary. So we'll write that one as well. And as of, and there aren't any others. So those two are supplementary. Not together, but individually. And this concludes your tutorial for this lesson. I hope this helps you to finish the remaining.